What's going on, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Um, I really try to record information to help people, and very few people accept it. So I try to figure out new ways to present information that is more effective in its presentation, and that's not easy to do. So one person said, well, Facebook is a general audience and that you should do more targeted marketing and other mediums in order to find people who are looking for what you're trying to share. And one thing that I can say is that I'm not held accountable for the people who don't pay attention or don't give a fuck. I am held accountable for the fact that I shared the seed, and it's not my fault if the seed falls on concrete. So that's one of personal condolence on my part, or personal okay in my heart, in terms of people who just don't get it, don't listen, or don't care. I try to teach people how to leverage their money, and also how to position yourself in the 21st century to take advantage of de-dollarization, because in every chaos situation there's opportunity, but only for those people who position themselves correctly at the proper time. Business is about timing and positioning. So think about the global war on cash, the currency war that's going on right now, and how you can better position yourself in de-dollarization. Well, the first fact is you got to get out of the dollar. You can't hold on to something that's dying and losing purchasing power. You have to transfer into another asset class that gains value and protects your income over the long term. Okay, so that's step number one. Step number two is consistently and aggressively converting out of paper money and getting into those other asset classes, because the people who will be rewarded in the wealth transfer that's upcoming at the end of this financial cliff are the people who stack now, and those people will see a explosion in the value of the assets that they stacked. So those of us who own gold, silver, and Bitcoin will find out that the value of those assets will blow up as the dollar continues to lose purchasing power. And that's just a fact, because money never dies. What happens is money transfers from one asset class to another asset class. And that's proven over the history of fiat currency. Okay, so that is the powerful fact that you have to understand, accept, and begin to act on. A lot of people talk to me in private message, but they don't act. And actions is what will save you. Financial insurance is a personal choice, but to buy it means that you have to act. And that means getting as much as you can, convert it now, and then sitting on that conversion so that you're pre-positioned for the wealth transfer, and then the assets that you already have at that point in time will go up in value. Bitcoin is expected to go to over $2,000 in 2017. Gold and silver is continuously rising against the low dollar. So you want these asset classes. You want to stack up as much of it as you can. And I position myself as a cryptocurrency advocate and as a asset management and acquisition specialist. Okay, so I brand myself, not a specific company, but I do use leverage in companies in order to benefit from a turnkey system to make my money work faster. Okay, so there are systems out there that you can use to make your money get a job, and that's what I try to teach you. I try to teach you how to plug into those systems, maximize them, and make them benefit you. Okay, you have to learn how to leverage money so that it works harder for you than you had to work in order to get it. And then if you participate in turnkey systems, you can also find yourself in a residual situation, because if you're successful in building a team, you begin to see constant returns on the money that you invested. That's why I suggest leverage-based payment systems. Okay, so these are the techniques that I talk about in my videos. This is what's on Facebook and YouTube. I've been told to use other mediums to more target my demographics, but I'm comfortable in the fact that the seed is out there. And maybe it does fall on concrete. Maybe you don't care or pay attention, but I'm not faulted for you not paying attention to this information. I'm just being held accountable for the fact that I shared it. And I tried to reach people with something powerful that can eradicate poverty, reposition yourself in the 21st century, and help you to actually have money run towards you instead of money running away from you, because that's what the wealth transfer is. The wealth transfer is simply money in its current form losing value and money in other forms gaining value. So you can't have money run towards you if you never positioned yourself in higher forms of money like gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Okay, so cryptocurrency is the advent of the future. It is the leverage point that money is running to, and gold and silver has been steadfast within the foundations, the pillars of money since money started. As a matter of fact, money actually started in gold and silver before it became paper. So that's a history point for you. And all you have to do is make a personal decision, a mind shift, okay, to get into these other asset classes. And what I try to show people is what systems allow you to convert into these asset classes with little effort. Point, click, credit card transfer, boom. Now you've got 1,000 grams of gold, 1,000 grams of silver, and $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Easy, not hard. Something you already are used to, but you're just not doing. Okay? So the key to this is doing, action. Taking a consistent effort to reposition, reallocate your assets from paper to these higher forms of money. Now, I got it that this is beyond the scope of the average person, but the average person is not who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to somebody who is advantageous, who is prudent, who is smart enough to see the writing on the wall. Because even the people who don't pay attention, don't care, and don't really give a fuck still feel the effects of the currency war. When you go to the grocery store, $20 don't buy you very much, whether you understand that or not. So your purchasing power will continue to decrease over time. And the object of any currency war is to drive it to its intrinsic value. So don't stay on a dying ship. Take a lifeboat. Personal insurance or financial insurance is a personal choice. What you have to do is make that choice. And if you don't, then okay, take the L and be confident in the fact that you chose to take the L, not that nobody ever told you that there was another way. There is a way outside of 9 to 5. There is a way outside of slavery, debt slavery. But you have to decide to participate in that. And it's not based on how much money you have. It's based on how much money you save in these other forms of assets. That's the only key. The key is saving, and the key is consistently saving so that you build up over time. It's not that I have a lot of money, but I do have a lot of money working for me. Okay? And until you learn how to make your money work for you, you will work for money until you die. And that's just a fact that comes from the super rich. The super rich are taught from the onset to make money work for them. They don't work for money. Hopefully somebody out there is blessed by this information. Use it to empower your life, change your financial situation. And then if you want to get on my team in terms of me personally sponsoring and coaching you, then you have to join my network. Your net worth is determined by your network. So a lot of people have been joining some of these leverage-based payment systems and companies, and then they contact me on PM and say, can you help me? No. If I'm not good enough to freaking network with, then why am I good enough to coach you on the processes that I'm using to multiply my money. Everything you do in life is about your choices. Even the future that you create is based on the choices that you make right now, or today, this second. So think about that and create the life that you want to live. Use your imagination, your creative visualization to picture the life that you want, and then see it as a reality in your creative mind, and then use that to make it manifest in the physical three-dimensional world. As a child, children are good at that. They have a very active creative imagination, and they're able to use visualization to see what they want or see what they enjoy. And it's only life that beats that out of children. As they grow up, that creative mind becomes dead and critical thinking becomes null and void. But what I'm trying to encourage and speak to is your ability to make decisions and your ability to create a fork within your own life.